How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome into another episode of NAISB. Carly, we recorded a lot of episodes this year, but there is no better episode, my personal favorite episode, the World Series preview, and that's what we've got. Great episode for you. We're going to talk a little bit about the opening rounds. Carly was watching all of them remotely. I was watching, obviously, in Williamsburg. Unfortunately, Carly, let's give the people the bad news first. You will not be joining us in Columbus this year, unfortunately.
I will not.
Will not, but still have super important job. Be posting.
We'll be watching.
Yep. So we're gonna be watching, gonna be posting highlights to Twitter, to Facebook. I'm going to be posting to Instagram, to Twitter, uh, to TikTok even. We are going to be posting on all of our platforms. So that being said, be sure you are locked in. You are subscribed to our YouTube channel, number one, number one. Subscribe to that YouTube channel. That is the biggest thing for us, biggest thing to help us grow. Please share, please like, please comment. I think what Carly, you could click subscribe, like, and comment. Let's go, my favorite team. And what, a
Yeah.
solid 32 seconds, I think. 32 seconds.
Yeah.
Maybe even quicker. Let's find out. See how
And
quick
the fast car.
y'all can do it. But Carly, before we get into NAIA softball, of course, you and I have been watching the regional action in the NCAA world. And about 5 minutes ago, you got to see me bark uncontrollably because them dogs with their backs against the wall against the Liberty Flames elimination game 14-5. Woo! Took care of business there. And then 2-1 down to Liberty. Last inning. They rob a home run to get one out. Then we get a single. Move the runner over. Small ball, brother. We love small ball. And then back-to-back pitches, back-to-back RBI doubles. Dogs going on to play. I believe UCLA. I don't know if Grand Canyon beat them. I know Grand Canyon has to beat them twice. Tall has to beat UCLA twice, obviously. But Dogs heading to the Super Regional. Super happy for that. And then Carly, where you live currently, kind of sort of, but you will be moving to Omaha here shortly. Not to completely name drop you, but
Moving next weekend.
how about Omaha? How about Omaha?
Yeah. How about the Mavs, dude? Coach Mike Hurd. I've got it on the side here just in case something electric happens, but they're taking Missouri to it's the
What do we,
Sixers now
What do
out.
we have? What do we have? What's going to Missouri just won 3-1. This got to be pretty late in the elimination. What we got?
It's bottom of six, two runners on with two outs.
Okay, so obviously everybody listening already knows what happens, but you'll get to see Carly's live reaction to it. Um, but yeah, I'm feeling good. Back home in Georgia for a little bit. Obviously a little different background. Got some beautiful Georgia pines out here. Got some beautiful dogs. Beautiful dog. Where's Mr. Marsh? Mr. Marsh, come here. So this will be a new regular on the show. I believe he is going to be moving with me to Florida. Yes, I think he could become. Granny says I can't have him, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? Hey,
Is he Granny's dog?
no, not Granny's dog, but she does love. We got two other bubbies, but they're a little too fat for me to pick up.
Look at him.
Come here, girls. Hey, girls. Hey, girls. Hey, girls. Oh, Marsh, you can stay right here. Yes, you can, Bubby. But the girls will get jealous. Get used to a lot of that. A lot of that because probably Miss Rue has probably made her last appearance. Unfortunately, she moves back with Seth.
Miss
I know,
Rue.
Miss Rue. Yeah. We'll see. I don't think them girls they may not like me taking Mars too much, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll talk about that later. Okay. We'll talk. We got softball. We got softball talk, girls. Okay. I know it. I know it. I know it. I know it. Granny, yes, please. Yes, please. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thanks, Granny. Granny's gonna take the dogs in.
She's wrangling them.
She wrangling the herd. Go kennel up. Go kennel up. Go kennel up. Go kennel up. Yeah, they listen. Good dogs. Good border collies. Border collies. Great dogs. Great dogs. All right. Let's talk softball. Carly, we've got our brackets filled out. Before that, let's talk about the opening rounds. I'm I got to hear it. So obviously you watched a lot more softball than I did, because I was there, boots on the ground in Williamsburg. Some of your takeaways, what were some of your major things that you saw while watching online?
Yeah. I can't lie. I didn't watch a single game through and through. I kind of just was clicking them as I had breaks between work.
Yeah.
So I mean, it still saw lots of great softball. I got to watch Georgia Gwinnett walk off Eastern Oregon. Um, yeah, tough feat to beat Kylie Parsons and Kaylee Hoskins. So I was impressed with that. Chickasha USAO was electric.
Game of the year.
Yeah.
Game of the year. We don't need to talk about the stuff that happened earlier. We don't need to talk about lines in the dirt. We ain't got to do none of that right now. All we need to talk about Sierra Selfridge. Are you kidding me?
Dude.
Carly, how many times you were a youngin'? You was a little kid,
Okay.
and you dreamed of that moment right there.
Oh, I dreamed about it all the time.
Yeah, phenomenal, phenomenal stuff. Obviously more memories to be made for the Drovers. How about that first round? I think, by the way, just a jump ahead. Obviously later on in the episode, we're going to give our predictions for the World Series and look at our first couple of games, or the first games that will be played on Thursday. I gotta say the nightcap, Central Methodist against USAO. Now I know the home run lights are a big thing there in Columbus, but those two pitchers, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
But
Might not see any.
no, so I hear probably hear some birdies in the background. A lot of birds in Georgia. Been getting in tune with the wildlife down here. Some been doing, but I've been in South Georgia, so I've been doing South Georgia redneck stuff. It's been a lot of fun.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we've been eating good. My brother and I have been chefing it up. So we kept it simple last night. Some good old cheeseburgers. Good old
Okay.
cheeseburgers and
Classic.
hot dogs. Classic.
I think I had a cheeseburger last night.
Look at there, brother. Great minds thinking alike once again. But by the way, we filled out our bracket. Pretty similar brackets. We're not,
Yeah.
yeah, pretty similar brackets, but we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. That could be good for some teams, could be bad for others. Way we're operating right now. Anyways, oh yeah, the burgers. We had a lot of leftovers. We cooked a bunch of burgers. Didn't eat them all, obviously. So right now, he's got out on the pellet grill, low and slow hamburger steaks and gravy. Mashed pot Miss D, his wife, cooking up, my sister-in-law, cooking up some amazing mashed potatoes, corn on the cob, white
Oh,
peas.
brother.
Oh yeah. Little
Meat and
appetizer, or I guess kind of lunch appetizer, whatever that I made up before. Cooked up some salmon fingers, a little honey garlic teriyaki glaze, soy glaze, not teriyaki, my bad. But phenomenal, phenomenal stuff. But eating good, riding dirt roads in the Polaris, loving it. Shooting snakes with the 410, loving it. Just poisonous ones. Just
I
poisonous.
you couldn't pay me enough money to do that.
You know what's crazy? I
Not a
will,
single dollar for me to
I,
even touch a snake.
I will go. I'm not touching. I'm letting that 410 touch him. I'm letting that
Oh.
snake touch him.
But still, the thought of being out with where snakes can just slither over my toes, no thank you.
Has that happened before? You had that happen?
Yeah. We
Ooh.
we get like little garter snakes here at my house and we heard one like knocking over stuff in the garage, so we went out to investigate and I like clearly wasn't looking hard enough and it went over my feet.
Ooh.
Oh, but my roommate, coolest thing I have ever witnessed in my life. This thing's like trying to go up the wall, grabs a metal dart, pins it, darts it to the wall, straight onto the wall. It was the most electric thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's awesome. That is so sick.
I couldn't
Uh,
believe it. First
we'll
try, just boom.
we'll leave those little fellas alone, but like a cottonmouth or a rattlesnake, yeah, they got to go. They got to meet the snake charm.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
That's
But
terrifying.
yeah, having a good time. Gonna be taking my nieces up to a couple of World Series games. Got
Okay,
yep, Uncle Reagan
Uncle
gonna be
Reagan.
stepping up. Yep. I don't know about the first couple of games because I mean when we're playing games in the day start from like 10 to 10. But you know the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday games, take them up. Bo, my brother, might make that. Who knows? May turn into some softball players. May turn. I know a coach or two. I know a coach or two. I know a coach or two. Hook them up. Hook them up. But yeah, they're young. They're what, 13 and 7? I don't know. My uncle. That's not my job. My job's taking them to softball games. I'm not supposed to know how old they are. A fun uncle, not responsible uncle. Kind of
But
responsible.
responsible enough.
Come on, come on, come on. All right, Carly, let's keep it rolling. Williamsburg for me.
Yeah.
Wow. Phenomenal softball. I want to start with St. Francis. So like Chicagoland, did we talk about that conference a whole lot this year? I feel like a fair amount for sure. St. Xavier, good team. Roosevelt, talked a good bit about them. Not Huntington, they're in Crossroads. But Roosevelt, going back to the Space Coast tournament. But man, St. Francis fought. They fought really hard. They looked really good. Manning looked phenomenal in the circle for them. She pitched 14 innings in one day and looked good. Dominic kept them in it. They out hit Cumberland's actually in that winners bracket game on day two. Or I'm sorry, on day one because we moved that up. But we'll talk about Carly Oliver a
I was
little
gonna
bit
say,
later.
was that Carly Oliver's game?
That was Carly Oliver's game. Yeah.
Oh,
Like 3 pitches in, has got 2 home runs, 2 RBIs. Like, okay. But now great softball. Again, we'll talk a good bit about Cumberland's later. Don't need to talk about them too much here because good Lord, they a lot to talk about. Obviously. Hope y'all enjoyed the mic'd up video. I'm looking to do more fun content. That was going to go up on the YouTube, but there were a couple copyrighted songs on the YouTube that we obviously could not put on the YouTube. So it went up on our Twitter, but definitely want to do some more stuff like that. Could be looking into doing something for the World Series with a certain team. Don't want to promise anything yet though, but could have something in the works there. Um, yeah, it was great softball. Moving on. Benedictine Ravens. Got a sick Benedictine visor. I got some good drip. I got some good drip this week.
it,
We gotta start hooking you up. Coaches, y'all been hooking me up. I love it. I appreciate it. Let's start texting me, start texting me. Let me send you Carly's Addy. Let's get Carly some merch. Shout out Coach Lynn. Shout out Coach Bruce Langton. Got the Olu shirt. But let's start
yeah,
getting you hooked up. Let's see. That sweater, that navy blue Cumberland sweater,
dude, that goes so hard.
stitched in Nike,
Mm,
stitched in. Very cool. Very cool. Um, but I'll never turn down a visor. I am a visor guy. So if you got visors, I will take a visor all day, every day. Um, Speaking of Benedictine though, they're gonna be really good.
I think so.
That's gonna be a program.
Yeah.
That's going to be a program. That's a program. It's been in the making. He's been building it up. That's going to be a program. Tough way for the seniors to go out, but that's going to be a good program. Coastal Georgia, I love that team. Gosh, I tell you, just gritty South Georgia team. South Georgia guy, know about South Georgia team. That is a South Georgia team. Mike Minnick and Terry have built that up. That is a great young team, a lot of great talent. They're going to be, but then this was a team where all you heard about all year was this team is going to be starting 4, 5, 6 freshmen throughout the majority of the year, which they were, I believe, 4 freshmen starting, 5 when Riley was starting in the circle for Coastal Georgia. They got a great class coming in, some really athletic outfielders. Remember when I told you about some really athletic outfielders coming into a team that was already a national contender? I was talking about the Gaynor twins of Cumberland's. They've got some really good athletic players coming in. Obviously, they're going to be losing Rory, Sarah, Bryce Peacock. Big players, big shoes to fill, but excited for the future of Coastal Georgia. Cumberland's, we'll talk about them a little bit more in a minute. Before we get into World Series preview, though, Carly, anything you else from the opening round you want to talk about?
Um,
You know what? How about we killed it? I mean, we
yeah,
killed it. I mean, we went what, 8 for 10, I think, on picks each.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, you may have went 9. Did you get no?
No, because I went Northwestern over Madonna.
Right. I picked Madonna. You picked Northwestern.
Uh-huh.
I picked Reinhardt. Terrible pick. I still don't know why I made that pick. I mean, it's just not a. I'm not gonna say not a competitive pick because that's a really good team, but it's like, well, why would I pick somebody not Jessup or William Carey there? But
It's
whatever,
different.
I'll eat that. Trying to be different. Georgia homer. What can I say?
Yeah.
Speaking of Georgia, though, the Grizzlies didn't pick them. Neither one of us picked them.
Oh,
That's
neither
the
one of
only
us did.
one. The only one we didn't have a winner in. Heck of a season for Eastern Oregon. Again,
Yeah.
I put out that tweet said I genuinely think we have the 10 best teams. I'll agree with that. I'll stand on that. But Eastern Oregon, phenomenal year. Because I would say 10 through 12, 13 there with them, GGC, Midland, and Northwestern. Those four teams, pretty interchangeable throughout
Mhm.
the year, I would say. But other than that, Carly, and this is so hard to do. And I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. You look at the last 2 years, we said it a lot this year, like last year, had Midland. You're on that team receiving votes, made the World Series 2 years ago. Weber. Come on, Weber guy here, big Weber guy, made it. We don't have that this year. I mean, the 10 seed has won three of the last four red banners.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 8-9 matchup, that's arguably two of the top five pitchers in NAIA softball this year.
Yeah.
We'll talk
It's
about
it's a great bracket.
it's a great bracket. Also right before a little show and tell, got a couple souvenirs from the last couple of World Series. So first one, so I told you, obviously, a lot of people know 2 years ago, my first World Series covering Sun Conference, fell in love with the NAIA softball. I still have this bracket. As you can tell, it's kind of been through it a little bit, but I still keep this bracket here in my room in Georgia. I think there's a little mustard stain right there. Um, but this was 2 years ago. You can see the final four was Mobile, Oklahoma City, Southeastern, and USAO, and had Oklahoma City beating Mobile in the national championship game
Nice.
last year. And Carly, this is a tradition that I will be continuing this year, and I'll make sure you get to start because I'll get two of these. But this is a softball signed by all of the players on Southern Oregon. Let's see, where are we at? Coach Jess Stoll on there. Let's see, where's Riley?
Donovan?
Yeah, Deja Acosta. Yep, Riley Donovan. I think even Harley signed it. Hannah Clavel. Yep, Harley Donovan. She signed it, obviously on the staff there. Awesome stuff. Yeah, great souvenir. So make sure I'll get you and I one of those this year. And well, Carly, let's jump into it. Let's talk about these first games. We'll start with Jessup and Southern Oregon.
Rematch of the start of the season. Jessup took two against them, 12-8 and 9-8. Kind of like we said earlier, talking about opening round, Southern Oregon handled a really good Marion team pretty well. Defeated them 6-1 and 9-2. Katie Machado had a stellar outing in opening rounds. Just gave up 2 earned runs in 21 innings pitched. Really impressed with junior shortstop Sammy Pemberton's numbers that she put up: 5 for 11, 3 RBIs. But looking at the 2 stars for Jessup, Maddie Ibarra, Sarah Giles, respectfully, Maddie's hitting 363, 14 home runs, 56 RBIs, and then Sarah Giles just 551, 18 home runs, 69 RBIs, 2 really hot bats to handle. I mean, and not even taking into account the rest of their lineup that's been putting up runs all year.
Yeah, a ton of speed at the top of the lineup, more power. You got Sam hitting right behind that duo. That's as scary of a middle of the lineup as there is in the country. And Southern Oregon is Southern Oregon. You just
Yeah.
threw there Katie Machado, 2 earned runs in 21. My bracket just flew away. I'll get that in a minute. 2 earned runs in the 21 opening round innings. Sounds a lot like what Kayla Williams started to do last year.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people are picking Southern Oregon to make it their third title in 4 years, become a dynasty. But if Machado reaches that next level that we've seen a Southern Oregon pitcher do, there is no reason why they could be a 10 seed. And you think the team has won 3 of the last 4 red banners, chance to etch their name in history, become tied for second all time in red banners now behind only Oklahoma City, who
Yeah,
has 11. They're looking to make it 12. You think that isn't firing up? You think them being a 10 seed isn't firing them up? Think them getting knocked down all year, not winning the regular season, the Cascade, not winning the Cascade tournament? You think they're playing some pissed off softball?
I
Yeah,
think they just might be.
think they are. But
Just might.
Carly, moving on to game two, Thursday, 1 o'clock. Look, we have got two big time, big time, big time. You could really make the argument for three big time pitching matchups, but probably the biggest pitching matchup we could possibly even get in the World Series. Schloud, Jarvis. Talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, Jarvis had a great opening round as well. She got up just 11 hits, 0 earned runs in 21 innings pitched. All year, she's got a 5.2 ERA in 175 and two thirds. She struck out 239. She's averaging 9.3 a game. And then you got Mason, right? Mason Schloud on the other side.
Yes, my
Yeah.
bad. I messed up the doc there. My bad.
It's messing it up. 1.1 ERA on the year. She struck out 280. It's going to be absolutely insane pitcher's duel. Insane.
Yeah, it is. But I look at that Madonna lineup. I think that could be where the edge is given. However,
So,
remember what we said in the opening round preview? If
mhm.
Jarvis goes out and has the 8 best games of her college career and they're able to manufacture 3, 4, 5 runs a game, they can win the World Series this year.
Yeah. And they did just that against Eastern Oregon.
Yep. And you know how difficult it is to score on that team at all. And then they scored 4 on Southeastern. So it's like their offense can do it.
Mhm.
And if their offense has the best 5 games of their season, all they got to do get Lindsay on. Lindsay Owen's gonna be massive for Georgia Gwinnett. Top of that lineup. Then you're going to have Morgan McQuagey over at third base. If she's able to provide some offense along with Chloe, could be dangerous. I could see Georgia Gwinnett, the hometown team, maybe doing a little something there.
I think so. I don't know.
We'll see. It's gonna be a great game,
That's
guys.
the hard part with all this. You just know
Yeah, we
how good
look.
each team is, what weapons they have, and it's just like,
I can tell you the team that wins the World Series will make the least amount of mistakes and come up in the big moments, and they'll probably have, if not the best pitcher, one of the 3 best pitchers. Those
yeah,
are the 3 key ingredients to me. Excuse me. 4 o'clock game on Thursday. We got a rematch. Last year, Oregon Tech beat Cumberland's in the elimination game last year to go to the national championship. They beat Cumberland's 3-0. Would Cumberland's have beaten Southern Oregon twice? I don't know. Probably not. Not the way Southern Oregon was last year, but we'll never know. Will we find out this year? Quite possibly. Did not see Tally Burgess pitch a whole lot, obviously, in the opening round, but the couple innings she did, Carly, is some of the best spin I've seen. Nasty off speed stuff, some good east west. It was some of the best stuff I've seen this year. It is frightening. If she gets that middle of March to middle of April stretch going that she was on, yeah,
watch out.
yeah,
Watch out.
yeah, no, it's red banner time. But I got to say this, very impressed by Morgan Radford and Lindsay Shope. They were phenomenal in the circle. I more off record, I kind of alluded to it on the podcast, but off the podcast, I was definitely saying that if Burgess was not going, this becomes a little bit more open, a little bit more competitive. Now, obviously, when Tally's 100%, do I think Benedictine, Tennessee Wesleyan, Coastal Georgia, and St. Francis stood a chance? Not really, in particular. If Burgess was throwing her A+ game with that lineup the way that it's rolling, but Morad and Lindsay, they pitched the majority of the time. Caitlin a little bit too, but Lindsay was phenomenal all week. Morgan stepped up in that first elimination game and spun, I think, 5 1/3 or 4 1/3 shutout innings against Coastal Georgia. But this lineup, good God, this lineup, Carly.
Yeah.
I mean, first off, the Gaynor twins, Jade, I believe it was Jade. I believe it was Jade. Still confused
Still
me.
figuring it out.
Yeah. But in left field just made a phenomenal diving play.
I saw that one.
You know, which one I'm talking about. If
Yeah.
that gets down,
It saved it, as I say, it saved runs.
it's 1-0 if she keeps it in front of her if she doesn't go for it. It's 2-0, maybe 3-0 in the top of the fifth against Benedictine if it gets by her. And then Anaya White at shortstop, if she doesn't get up on her little frog hop, she had a little frog hop, a little spear action. That's 2-0 also. Instead, Bailey Turnbow turns on one in the bottom of the fifth, and it's 2-0, and she's swinging a good bat. That's dangerous. But Carly P, Carly O, swinging a very dangerous bat. Heard talked to Coach Bailey, very high things to talk about her performance on the field. Right now, she's top 5-10 player in the country. Talked about her last week defensively, zero errors, 0 errors. That still holds true. We'll see. I'll say this. This is a little tip for everybody on that. That is a tough infield, and you can attest to that. That is a tough infield to go play in Columbus.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But Oregon Tech,
The Owls.
tested, battle tested, not going to be phased by the moment. They've been here. Nobody is more PO'd about the World Series last year than them. I promise. One, losing in a championship game sucks. Losing in the World Series twice, and your only two losses are run rules to your biggest rival, and one of them was so they could win the national championship.
It hurts.
Sucks. It hurts. And they had to win 3 straight elimination games to get through their own bracket, battling against St. Thomas and Vanguard, and took out some frustration on Vanguard.
They did.
Have fun indeed too. Malia Mick, my dark horse at the bottom of that lineup for not only this World Series, not only for Oregon Tech, but for the World Series. If she continues on that postseason tear, it's going to be a problem. She's been swinging about really good. I saw it start to build up in Klamath Falls, had a couple big games in the tournament. I'm sorry, in the opening round. She can do that and just get on base with her speed. A single can become a double. Then you got Big Sis. Then you got Nita Cook. Then you got Puakea Milborn. Then you got Lexi Klum. Could be a problem. And hey, it's a really good Cumberland's lineup. I have seen with my own 2 eyes Casey Schmidt throw a complete game shutout against that lineup last year that many could definitely argue that was a better lineup last year. So that's going to be another phenomenal game. But
banger of a game.
The game I got to be the most excited for, because y'all know nothing fires me up like some fired up pitchers.
Yeah.
And Jordan Ball, Sophie Williams.
Dude. Yeah.
I am sorry you are not going to be there live for that one.
CP. I know. That one I will be absolutely sure to tune into.
It's going to be unreal. Just looking at USAO, Sierra Selfridge, obviously swinging a really hot bat. Leanne Eaton swinging a hot bat as well. Clutch players all up and down. Both of these lineups. Don't need to talk too much about Madison White, the big time moment she's had. You saw her in a big moment just a couple weeks ago. Obviously, everybody remembers last year against Baker in the World Series, that 2-run walk-off home run.
She's built for that.
She's built diff. She is built diff. Haley Ferris could also start the game. Wouldn't be surprised to see Haley. And if that happens, that's still a phenomenal banger of a pitching matchup. Casey Jolly has been just unreal this year. Batted just under 400 with 14 home runs, 17 doubles, and 53 RBIs. And honestly, there's definitely a chance we see J.J. Anderson, too. You know, telling how Coach Reardon and Coach Wallace, 2 veteran coaches, however they cut it up with those 4 pitchers, whatever the combination is, Sophie or J.J., maybe even see a little Abby Gregory, perhaps, for the Drovers, and then Haley or Jordan Ball for CMU. However you cut it up, going to be pretty good, but obviously, fingers crossed, really want that Jordan Ball, Sophie Williams, just because the
passionate pitchers in the circle.
Bingo, sister. So moving on, though, we'll go into these 2 teams a little bit more. But Carly, number 1 team in the country, they get the off day. They await the winner of Madonna and Georgia Gwinnett.
Yeah, Olu, the Saints down out of San Antonio. probably looking for a little bit of redemption after last year's World Series appearance. But I mean, this team has been on an absolute tear this year. They got a little bit battle tested against Ali Puente and Hope International in the opening round. None other than Cassie Valdez shined, broke it open with a 2-run shot. Her 15th of the year. She's got a 5.8 ERA in the circle, 255 strikeouts. They got freshman Ava Hernandez, who's been rocking it both at the plate and in the circle. Madison Garza, 403, just 6 strikeouts on the year, 18 extra base hits. I mean, this team is phenomenal.
Yeah, they're great. Excited to see them after what happened last year. See if they can go a little bit deeper into the tournament. Why did you have to be a triple short? You made Gus sad. You made Gus sad. Made Gus sad last year.
Oh man,
But Gus
stuff
and
happens.
Rookie can confirm Gus and Rookie will be there in
They
spirit.
will.
In spirit.
Oh, in spirit. Oh, I thought you were gonna say they're making it. You got me.
I wish. Speaking of making it, can the goat make it a dozen? Might ask him for.
You might.
I mean, I might, I might,
Maybe
I might,
just one
I
with
might,
just his autograph.
I might be, I'll be slick about it, but like, Coach McSpadden, great to meet you. I mean,
Give
come
him
on.
to sign one of your NAIA SB shirts.
Oh,
Frame it.
oh, frame it. I would. I would. I'm not afraid. I'm not gonna say which coach. I don't want to embarrass her slash him, but because private coaches know you, me, and the telephone company. I'll keep that even for funny moments. But there was a coach I was talking to that asked like, "Hey, you think if I asked for his signature that'd be weird?" And I'm like, "I don't think so. I will be asking for it because yeah, it's Phil McSpadden.
Dude, he's a legend.
Yeah, can he make it? Can he make it 12? We'll see. No shock here. They absolutely went right through that opening round. Um, nobody, respectfully, nobody had a chance. Nobody had a chance. Bailey Lux, 524, 11 home runs, 68 RBIs. Cam Garvey, talked about my cookout earlier. She's got 15 Jimmy Dogs, 17 ribeye steaks thrown on the grill. That's a pretty good cookout. I hope I'm invited to that. Some cold drinks. Let's have at it. Let's get after it. A little twice baked potato salad on the side. Come on, corn on the cob.
Hmm. Hmm.
Not to mention Shohei Ohtani, aka Emerson Herod, 22 doubles, 13 home runs, a .85 ERA. You got Shelby,
Yeah.
2022 NAIA World Series MVP. She's tossing a hard 64, 65, 8.8 K per nine. And Carly, I think it's prediction time.
Ooh.
It's prediction time. Let's get the brackets. Let's get the
Yep.
brackets. Um, let's get.
Also, if you were wondering, UNO and Missouri is now into the eighth.
I I was wondering. Awesome stuff there. Um, love it. Carly, what we're going to do here, if you
Okay.
agree, I'm thinking we look at our Thursday games, and then we just give our two teams meeting in the winter bracket championship and the two teams meeting in the elimination bracket. So the Monday 7 o'clock game and the Tuesday 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock. So games 15, 16, and 17 after games 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh,
If you just tell me what game, I'll
gotcha. We'll start with Thursday, 10 a.m. So bottom of the bracket, game one. Jessup, Southern Oregon. I have the Jessup Warriors winning in Columbus and facing Oklahoma City on Friday.
I had to differ a little bit. I went Southern Oregon.
Okay. Flip back up to the top of the bracket, the 1 o'clock game on Thursday, Madonna and Georgia Gwinnett. Who you got?
At Madonna, I'm riding Mason Schloud.
I hate to go against Georgia teams. You know I hate going against Georgia teams, especially that close to Athens. Grizzlies prove me wrong. I'm picking Madonna. Uh, I'm picking Madonna. Every time I doubt the Grizz, I feel like it comes back to bite me, but I'll pick Madonna. Thursday, 4 o'clock, Cumberland's Oregon Tech, the 4-5 matchup. Two teams I just saw in person a lot. Going to be phenomenal. Like I said, I've seen Casey Schmidt shut this lineup out before. This, I do believe Vanguard woke up something in Oregon Tech, and maybe that's a little bit of a run. Saw that happen with Southern Oregon last year, but I think they'll have to do it in the bottom half of the bracket because I'm going to pick the Pats.
Yep. I picked the Pats as well.
I think Tally Burgess could be a big factor in that game. What talent we get is a big factor in that game. What Casey we get. We also have seen moments where Casey's gotten lit up a little bit. So both pitchers have shown that they can shut out the best of the best. They both shown that they can get lit up. We'll see what happens in that one. But then we have Central Methodist and USAO. I have my first upset here. I'm gonna pick USAO over Central Methodist, sending the 3 seed into the elimination bracket.
Yeah, after watching quite a few of their opening round games, I went USAO as well.
Okay. Carly, Monday, 7 o'clock. Trip to be 1 win away from a red banner. I have Cumberland's and Oklahoma City.
I got Olu in Oklahoma City.
I'm gonna go with the Stars to be in the driver's seat.
I went Stars as well.
Okay. Tuesday, 4 o'clock. I have Our Lady of the Lake playing Science of Arts.
I got Cumberland's versus Science and Arts.
I have Science and Arts beating the Saints.
I have USAO as well.
Okay. So that means on my bracket, I have Cumberland's playing USAO with a trip to go to the national championship game against Oklahoma City. I'm going to pick Cumberland's. So I'll have Oklahoma City and the Cumberland's Patriots in the national title game.
I have Olu versus USAO, and I picked USAO so we can get a little OKC versus USAO.
Our boy Taylor Thomas is not going to make it through that game. He will have a heart attack.
I think so.
He will have a heart attack. I might have a heart attack. I had the Cumberland's Patriots winning the first game to force the if necessary. But I have the Oklahoma City Stars winning the national championship. Coach McSpadden makes it a dozen. He gets to 1,950 wins. I believe that he would need, is that 5 wins for him through this? He'd get 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 wins to get through it.
Yeah.
12 red banners. He's already the GOAT. He makes it an even dozen.
I'm with you. I got OKC winning it all. Revenge year.
Yep. Revenge tour.
Yep.
Got the revenge tour. I can't go against the revenge tour. Gosh, what a bracket. Carly, I got a question. And like let's just call it. We won't say what team here, but like be serious.
Okay.
Look at all these teams.
Okay.
If any of these 10 teams wins the World Series, are you going to be more than about 2 out of 10, maybe 3 out of 10 shocked? Surprised, flabbergasted, led astray.
Maybe 1.
Maybe 1. Okay, we can talk about that off air. I see maybe 1. I see like a half of 1. I see like a half of 1 from 2 teams where I'd be that shocked, which is not much. Like
No.
if last year if Midland would have won, or 2 years ago if Weber would have won, I'd have been shocked.
Yeah.
A couple of other teams, but I mean, just receiving votes teams kind of deal.
Yeah.
There's none of that because I mean, like we said, the lowest rated team is number 17 in the country, and they've won 3 of the last 4.
Yeah.
Okay. This is phenomenal. A take that you and I had at the beginning of this year, and we got some we got a little back from it, which it's fine because it's receipt time. We said there was not that much parity this year. There wasn't. We said that we feel like there's a pretty clear cut top 13 to 15 teams and can guarantee they'll be in the World Series. And that was that they were ranked that way outside of Southern Oregon, who why they were ranked number 17 in the last polls, I can't figure out. I don't know. But fine. We've gotten here, Carly, and we've gotten to the last 10 teams, and you and I know a ball. We know ball. We know that much. That much. Got We each got 8 of the 10 opening round sites right. I'll take it. I'll take it, brother. We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see how accurate these bad boys are. May have completely just jinxed ourselves. So probably like
I know.
the final four is going to be like Madonna, Central Methodist, Gwinnett, and Olu now or Jessup. We didn't have Jessup in our final four, so who knows? We may be completely off here. May have just that could be my last final little jinx right there. But I'm very happy. I'm very happy with this year. You and I have grown the game. I feel like this is obviously not our last episode. We'll have at least two more. We'll have an episode coming out on Sunday night, I believe. Yeah, Sunday night, assuming that that no weather. There's nothing in the forecast, so we'll have that Sunday elimination game, or I'm sorry, Sunday off, Memorial Day. I'll plan on something coming out that evening. Maybe we record kind of like earlier Sunday morning and then have it come out around like 5 o'clock. You think we can have the episode out by 5 o'clock Sunday?
I think so. Yeah.
All right, we'll plan on 5 o'clock Eastern Sunday to talk about the Monday and Tuesday matchups. And then of course we will have a debrief end of the year, one last episode. So I'm gonna say 2 episodes, maybe three episodes. Um, Obviously we will have the winners on that final episode. Whoever wins, we'll do that. Mistake last year. Don't know why we didn't do that with Southern Oregon, even though we had Southern Oregon on that if day or that off day. Don't know if I'm gonna do that again where we had like 4 straight interviews back to back to back to back. We'll
Mhm.
see, maybe. But yeah, we'll definitely have that Sunday episode, and then we will have one more episode. But yeah, just looking back, everybody listening, thank you all so much. This has been an unreal year. I've run some numbers. I'm not going to share everything, but I'll just say I am very happy with the growth.
Growth of the sport.
Yeah, the growth of the sport of NAI softball of the organization NAISB. I was planning on next year being the year that we were really bigger on the national scene post the tournament out in Oklahoma. That is no longer the case. That has happened now. That is a credit to Carly coming on here and being a phenomenal co-host. Hope there's a lot of more episodes with her on in the future. Obviously, I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna keep doing my thing. I think now I'm getting more comfortable. One, just knowing teams, knowing players, knowing the game of softball. I think I'm able to kind of translate now. I'm able to talk about softball the way I've been able to talk about football and baseball all my life, which is really cool and something I'm really happy to talk about in person and off air. I mean, I talked with Jack Crazier, who is back broadcasting the World Series. Super happy to have Jack back in the booth. He was a phenomenal broadcaster from up in New York, daggum Yankee. But we show him some good Southern hospitality. He did a phenomenal job. Talked with him for an hour and a half on the way down from uh, Williamsburg, Kentucky, down here to good old Leesburg, Georgia, and just about the sport and the way it's been this year, and what a phenomenal year it's been in NAI softball. And we've got 10 teams left. I'm really excited to cover this. Carly, be there, boots on the ground, talk
Yeah.
to parents, talk to players, talk to coaches. Going to be an awesome thing. I'm heading to the Boys and Girls Club today. This is obviously dropping Monday morning. I'm going to the Boys and Girls Club with University of the Cumberlands and William Jessup University. Going to be there. I can't say the big thing that we're going to release with the Boys and Girls Club because I don't want them to get hold of this episode and listen to it beforehand. But we have a big surprise for the Boys and Girls Club of Columbus. Going to get out there also with those two universities and get to talk to the kids about NAI softball is what it's all about. I mean, it's kind of for the girls there that they'll have some people to look up to the boys there. I hope to kind of be like, hey, I came from South Georgia and now through NAI softball, I'm getting to go to Kentucky, to Oregon. No telling where it's going to take me elsewhere in the years to come. So follow your dreams, kids. It'll be a lot of fun. And then, the big surprise. I think it's going to be it's gonna be really cool. That's all I can say. It's gonna be a really cool moment. Shout out Mary Sherman, the city of Columbus, helping out, getting this set up. Big help there. We did an interview with her last year. Taylor and I did. I'll do it again this year just to talk about that area and that ballpark. They got that little baseball, that minor league baseball stadium that's been there forever. I believe I told you about that, Carly,
Mhm.
that they had like the big like brick wall with the names of all the players that have played there, like Babe Ruth and Ty Cobb, Jackie Robinson, just insane names that have played in that stadium. So it's an awesome time to the teams going. Obviously, the teams that have been there, the Oregon Techs, the USAOs, Oklahoma Cities, they know how awesome it is there in the city of Columbus. To the teams that are kind of new to it, I mean, obviously, a lot of these teams have been here, done that. Madonna there for the first time since 2021. Jessup was there in February, but wasn't there for like a World Series experience. So they get to go there and experience it. Going to be a lot of fun. Going to be a ton of fun. I can't wait to be there. Carly, any other closing thoughts?
No, it's dessert time of the season, so we're gonna thoroughly enjoy it.
Some molten lava cake, some
Hmm.
fresh baked chocolate chip cookies. What's your favorite dessert? Favorite dessert, Carly, go.
Angel food cake.
A little whipped cream.
Uh-huh. Some strawberries. Money.
Yes. Money,
Money.
dude. Money, dude. We got some great softball, ladies and gentlemen. Hope y'all are able to tune in. Hope you enjoyed the episode, fans. Thank you. Parents, thank you. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful week. It's time for World Series NAIA softball.